Right, everyone. WeaponCollector here. Bit late today because I had to sleep and I didn't wake up until 9 o'clock. So, yeah, I'm awake now, so I'm on now. So I'll probably be on until about 11:15, I suppose. But I'll be on for about 2 hours, maybe 20 past. So yeah, while people are joining, I'll just go over some of the things that the ways you can support my channel if you want. It doesn't really matter if anyone does, but it does help because I don't have ads on my videos. So, and I also don't work. YouTube really is my income, and selling things through YouTube, stuff like that. So, if you ever want to support me, you can buy any of the stuff I make. Like my quivers and that. There's also Patreon, which you can join from $1, which is 80p a month. So you pay 80p, and then you're a member for a whole month. And anyone who does gets their name on there. Just saw Rob Wolf's name there. Now Leonard's. You can have your real name or your YouTube name. It's you get a bit of cheap advertisement, really. And you show your support. On my proper videos, that shows up even better. The live streams, it's obviously live. Not as good quality for a webcam. But yeah, that'll be on every single one of my videos. And you do get a bit of exclusive content. There's also affiliate links. So if you shop at eBay, Amazon, or GearBest, if you ever go to those websites and buy anything, use one of my links. So if you think, oh, I'll go and buy something off eBay now, go to my video first, any one of my videos, every single one of them's got the links on. Go on to the About section and then go to eBay and then buy something, or GearBest or Amazon, and then I'll get a percentage of what you spend at no added cost to you. So you can support me that way without doing anything. Apart from, it's stuff you're doing anyway. And there's also PayPal donations if you wanted to. Again, I'm not asking people to do that, but people have said to me, can I do it? Could they donate through PayPal? So I set it up. So yeah, but you'd have to email me. You have to send me an email saying, Mike, can I donate? And I'll give you the details. And then lastly, there is merchandise. So there's WeaponCollector cups, t-shirts, hoodies, loads of different things. There's a banner of my gun board, which is, it can be that size, I think, a bit smaller, and up to 7 foot by 9 foot. It's actually massive. We'll cover a whole wall, and it is my gun board. All right, so I'll go over to the comments now. I'll let you know when I can see you. Like that. So I've turned these speakers down because I know they hum a little bit sometimes. Yeah, I'll let you know when I can see you all. Put that on a live chat. Pop that chat. Takes a couple of minutes to set up so you can get to read your comments. Right, I'm on. So Liam, Peach, Marcus, John, Zed, Jumble Sabu, Will, Killstrike Gaming. Hello. You lot alright? Yeah, I'm alright. I was a bit tired because there was another fucking thunderstorm near us and Sky was playing up again. I think 3:30 she woke me up. But I've prepared this time. Timbo, Spike, you right? John said I need to get a sheath for the W49. Don't need it sticking me in the ass. What are you gonna get? Are you gonna make one? Do one out of leather, Kydex? Kydex is a good quick one you can do for a quick good sheath, if you know what I mean. You can do quicker, but you know what I mean. So I say hello to Zed. Zed, you right, mate? Pete said mods, but Rocker's in the house. I'm alright, Killstart. Yeah, a bit tired because I was up all night again last night. Pete said I still need to change my name. Video base must change. Why don't you ask us not to pick one for you? But if we pick one, it's going to be like Hentai Man or something, or the Hentai King or something like that. So yeah, Peach said like the stream, please. John said probably going to Patreon you if I get the job. Oh, nice one, John. I appreciate that, mate. It does help massively. If it wasn't for the Patreon support, I probably wouldn't have even managed to have done my board. Although I paid for the board out of my own money, if it wasn't for the Patreon money, I would have had to have used my own money for something else anyway, you know, so I wouldn't have been able to use it on it. So yeah, the Patreon money meant I got the gun board back up. So I've always been very appreciative of all the supporters for that, because that's part of my, you know, my videos didn't seem right with a blank wall, did they? Zeppelin, you're right, mate. He said, do you prefer compound bows or recurves? I prefer compound purely because they're easier. You can shoot a compound for longer, but that's just only due to shooting them. A recurve obviously will last longer. You got less to break on it. You know what I mean? But for just pure ease of use, I prefer a compound. But a recurve's probably better. I'm also Pete's the perv is my suggestion. Pete said, if you need any disclaimer, maybe a bit later, when more people are on. Oh, you need. Saying that you need a disclaimer. Yeah, is that? Oh, I'm half a fucking sleep at the minute. John said I may do one. I'm guaranteeing I'm going to drill or stab myself in the hand making it. Richard said, King of the Body Pillows. That's repeated name. And he said, claims he doesn't own one there. Ratadanium, right, mate? He said, I love you. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. Jumble Sabu, when he does his, I think you'll like some of his as well. Well, you'll like his. I say some of them because he's doing a free, smaller one, didn't you? I can't remember the size you said. 3 foot by 3 foot. Set it up. When are you going to do that second book? When are you going to get the second board done? Not sure. Maybe what I'll do, I'll tell you what keeps happening. I keep planning on spending the Patreon money on the money to get the new board, and then every month something else comes up. But luckily, lately, I've bought everything out of my own money from the quivers, all the stuff I would need that I would normally get for Patreon money. So recently, I bought myself a load of crossbow bolts for the pistols. Crossbow bolts for the rifles. This is what I'd normally buy with Patreon money, you see. So what I'll do, Zed, I might just not spend this month's money, save it up for next month, and then do it then. So yeah, so in about a month's time, hopefully. I've got everything else at least. I've got all the hooks, got the paint. I may have to buy the bolts, but I don't need big bolts for that one anyway. But yeah, I reckon, yeah, the end of next month then. So what is it now? July, end of August, beginning of September. John said, I need to get a string for my recurve. Yeah, that's the good thing with a recurve. There's only two things to go wrong. The bow and the string. You know, maybe a sight or something. Right, Marcus, if I didn't say hello, sorry, mate. Or was you? No, you was already on from the beginning, weren't you? Yeah. Well, you've had two hellos now. Krylon, Keith, you right, mate? What, Krylon, when you're on, what would, and actually anyone else who has any, I'll write these down now. Anyone on here who would like me to use their actual name rather than their username, if you know what I mean? And if so, what is it? Don said, I miss my apartment rental maintenance job. I'd probably be able to run off the materials to make the board for you. I bet that'd cost a bit to send it over. I reckon they'd want it, but yeah. But no, I appreciate that, John. No, it's the first one on tonight. West Yorkshire, you right, mate? Yeah, this time again. I'm a bit late today, though. Right. Riggs said 4x3, 4x4, and 3x3. My house is from the turn of the last century, and being a council house, and the main bedroom wall isn't load bearing. They're going to put the main one where the fireplace used to be. That sounds good. But yeah, your pictures, they're going to look decent, them boards. I did like that. These walls here, luckily, every single one of them are solid as fuck. I've even seen people drilling these walls before, seen sparks coming out of the walls, and they weren't hitting electricals. It was flint, little bits of flint in the walls. Iron Man, you're right, mate. Good to see you on, Lord Spartan. Someone remind me at around 10:30 I've got to take some ibuprofen, or whatever you want to call it. Let's not have a debate about what they're called again. Right, I'm just going to put the... yeah, I got it on low anyway. Is it buffering for anyone else? There's a lot of people in today. Everyone's probably online. That being said, which is better for self-defense, metal or wooden baseball bats? You know what? I don't know. What's the weight? I suppose it all depends what you like. But I do know, yeah, West Yorkshire say an alley baseball bat was faster swinging. But I do know that, you know, an aluminium baseball bat, if you get hit with that, I've seen someone get hit on the arm with a baseball bat and it split their arm open. Don said metal. Dad said you already know my name. I'm not really bothered, to be honest, but Zed may be less confusing, as I believe there's more than one of us. Yeah, I'll be honest, Zed, after time it is easier just to say people's usernames. You know what I mean? Because as you say, start saying people's proper names, and then people don't know who I'm replying to, really. But I just thought I'd say, because some people do make a point of when they finish their sentences to me on comment, will write their name. You know what I mean? Mark says Flint's used a lot down south, and yeah, I reckon it must have been. I said 10:30. I'll try to remember. Cheers, mate. Problem is, I've noticed it's a mistake I found to say to people, "Can you remind me?" What happens is, I don't know if other people do this. As soon as I say to someone, "Can you remind me to do something?" I forget. I guaranteed I forget then, because then you think someone else is going to do it. But now I've said it out loud. Hopefully, one of us will remember. Someone will. Richard, you right, mate? You right, Rich? You heard Mike? Free to call me by my humble nickname, Greatness. So. All right, Rich, you greatness. John said, I've only seen one fucker breaker metal bat. Pete said, cold steel bats are tougher. Brian said, yes, buffering for me a bit. It might be there's loads of people. Try and set it down low setting or something. But I don't know. It could be. It was raining a minute ago. I don't know if that would make much of a difference. Random says, set an alarm on the phone for 10:25 to remind you to take tablets. Cheers, mate. What was that about the trolls today, or weird comments today? I did read your comment, but as I was getting ready for this, I didn't have a chance. If we don't speak about it tonight, I will message you properly later. But and it's strange, because I had all those lot on last night, and then Double Sale Boosted went to the butcher's today. I asked for some tripe, and the guy behind the counter gave me a DVD of Love Island. I'd say. Iron Man said, I don't like baseball bats, so I've been in a fight using a bat and I got demolished. 3 versus me because you need range to swing. Yeah, that's true, isn't it? Will said, I've got an aluminium baseball bat. Definitely prefer it to my wooden one. Oh. Double Sale Boosted. Did anyone see the Sun paper today? Doctors are warning, yeah, women putting ice lollies in their up inside themselves. Yeah, I saw that on something, but I thought that was a joke. Was that actually on the Sun's website? Was it? Do women actually do that? Sorry. As I said, I had lots of people saying stupid shit about body armor, like you're retarded if you think a stab vest will protect you. You'll be stabbed in the face. Yeah, that's one of the. You know my opinion on that. You know, it's fucking stupidest thing anyone can come out with. Don't forget, hang on. I need to show you what Malcolm got me as a present. We're looking after his dogs later, everyone. But yeah, it's weird, isn't it, Liam? I don't know. unless maybe it's been shared somewhere, or you know, the algorithms found it. Michael Jump Boo. There's a lot I could say, but maybe I better not. That's about the the ice lollies. Where they shouldn't be. West Yorkshire is buffering, but not. It's still in time, but got a buffer wheel spinning on. Dripping balls. Strange, isn't it? I'm sorry, but apparently they are doing it to try and cool themselves down. The mind boggles. Fucking laughed, didn't it? Zed said to Dumbledore it might be a bit awkward and painful if they tried putting them up and them sideways. Fuck's sake. Weapons I said, and another one saying, if you like any EDC knife, you're contributing to knife crime. You have no reason to carry a knife. Yeah, it's bizarre, isn't it? Violence of tripe can be good if cleaned right and cooked right. We had it at a taco truck. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever had. I must have had bits of tripe, if you know what I mean, but I've never been to the butcher and bought it. Marcus said to Liam, "You can quote me. Anyone saying that is a dick." Zed said, "Jump so I was going to have an ice lolly in a minute. I don't think I'll bother now." Zed said, "What do you think?" Not Zed. Yeah, Zeppelin said, "What do you think about the Millwall brick?" I think it's a good concept and it must be good, if you know what I mean, if people have used it. I've never seen it used though. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to do a test on that, Zeppelin, and have a look, see, you know. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll do a test on that. I know of it, but I've never tested it. Richard said, "Would the ladies be the ice lolly? With an ice lolly be classed as food porn?" Iron Man said, "Kevlar stab vest. Kevlar IR stab vest are good for riding bikes or extreme sports as they protect your main organs." Getting accused of something there. That's strange comment that is. I wouldn't normally read out a troll's comment, but it's gone now anyway. But that's someone actually came on here and wrote, "You racist fuck." Who's ever been racist on any of my streams? Zed said, "Dumsabu, if they used a Mivi, it would look like they had contracted really nasty STD." I don't know what a Mivi is. I'm assuming it's nice lolly of some sort. Weapons I've said agreed. Also had the same bloke saying you need a suit of armour to pop. Do you think you need a suit of armour to pop the Tesco's? West Yorkshire said, "Yeah. How do people cope with the heat last night? I had iced up near freezing 2-litre bottles in bed. Got me so much I ended up downstairs on the sofa." Well, it was a nightmare for me, I'll tell you in a minute. Bob, you all right, mate? It's good to see you on, Bob. Last night, because there was a thunderstorm again, one of the dogs was going mental at 3:30. So I had to go upstairs and sleep on a chair, sitting up in a room with no windows open, no fan and nothing. And I was just literally fucking dripping with sweat. Yeah, that was pretty fucking horrendous. John said the one guy who broke an aluminium bat, he knocked the baseball into the fence as well and stuck it in the fence along with cracking the bat. I'm glad I'm on his good side. Yeah, it must have been over fucking it, John. Iron Man psychology is the best weapon in a fight. Yeah, definitely. Pete said, "Looks like George Spav is taken on YouTube again." All right, I will have a look at that later then. Although I don't subscribe to him at the minute, he gets a bit much for me. But every now and then I'll go and check his channel and see if there's anything I've missed that I want to see. Probably was Trump from last night, Pete. Oh, is that what it is, Zed? Right, Jump Sabu said, "I'm waiting for the stop it recording." It sure does have a screwball to the next level, that's for sure. Sure does take the screwball to the next level. Good thing is I'm not much of a fan of ice creams and ice lollies, so it's not bothering me. and as it was actually a real thing, I don't mind you. But technically, you're discussing news at the minute. That's I left a Coke can in the freezer overnight and it exploded. Zeppelin, sorry. Yeah, you know, I've never had that happen to me. You know, I don't know. I know. Peach was saying when he put his bottle in there, it split. I was put beer in the fridge and it never ever in the freezer. Sorry, it never split. Weapons I've had another idiot saying if you use a lock knife, you must want to stab people, as lock knives are designed for stabbing. Funny I use them because you can't close because it doesn't close on your fingers. Yeah, safer knife, isn't it? Yes, definitely trolls there, isn't it? Yeah, like the stream, everyone, please. There's 20 on and 11 likes. Come on, because the thing with the liking, it does help. It means you're more likely to get it again. You know what I mean? If you like it as well. Krylon said, I found aluminium bats for $1 or $2. I picked them up and hold open the car hood. Oh, that's a good idea, yeah. And I suppose you could chuck a glove in there or a ball in there as well, just to, you know, just because you ever wanted to play a game. Oh, man said, Mike, when you're hot, wet a towel and wrap it around your neck. It works. Yeah, a bit like that There's like a British Army thing, isn't there? It's similar to that. Liam had one. Pete said he's partnered with the biggest social justice workers on the planet. Oh no, so I'll have to look into. I'll have a look, Peter. Is that on the was that on a video or was that on his Facebook group, whatever? John said, Liam, I'd love to show them ice pick wounds. Zed said, if you saw a melted mivvy, it wouldn't. Pete said I exploded a can a few times. It never happened to me. Zeppelin said, what's your favourite food? I don't know. I like a lot of foreign food, basically. I like anything, you know, Chinese, Indian, Italian. I did used to love seafood, and that would have been my instant thing. But now, because I'm susceptible to gout, I have to watch out eating seafood. By the way, I got rid of that gout completely. So whether it definitely was gout or not, or just some kind of maybe the gout was turning into a bit of arthritis overnight, because that's pretty much what gout is anyway. But I've got rid of it completely before it even turned bad. But yeah, I'll tell you, there's something. My favourite dinner now is a thing called. It ain't got a proper name. We just call it sweet chili chicken chorizo and rice. So it's basically chicken marinated in sweet chili sauce and paprika, rice, onions, red peppers, slices of fried chorizo in a big thing, bit like a gumbo. Fucking love that. Cooked in chicken stock. Sabucha, that's where I get my jokes from. Lolly sticks. Iron Man said, Mike, as you know, I'm so hard, my nightmares are scared of me. That sounds like a Chuck Norris joke. Charles, right, mate? When I've said to John, ice picks are so good at penetrating, you specifically rated armor to resist spikes. Yeah, you do, don't you? That is a thing. My one's got that. Mine's got the spike protection. Pete said on his YouTube channel, I'll check it out later. John said, I know my W49 would be nasty as well. Rink said, what did Matt get you then, mate? Yeah, you're the right person to ask this, Rink, because you'll like it. There you go. I haven't actually got one of these, an actual like Rambo one. So, and I have actually always wanted this particular one. You know, it's not one of the massively expensive ones, but just hope what you said they might be trying to do doesn't happen. I haven't mentioned that to anyone yet. The rumour that you heard, or whatever it was. Yeah, Rambo knife. Pete said I normally explode a can after a hot curry. or a pan. John, yeah, I'm all right, mate. How are you? Peter's doing 50 push-ups while you're watching me on the phone, so you're sort of going like that. Now you're typing one-handed push-ups. John Salbo said my son had a bottle of Lucozade explode in his car a couple of years back. His interior was stickier than normal for weeks. Ted said to John's life, my Ontario Raider Bowie would be somewhat unpleasant too. Pete said, is that a Rambo knife? Website said, is that one of those Rambo zombie knives? Yes, it is, sadly. Yeah, they're on about banning Rambo knives soon. Supposedly, I don't know. I can't remember where Reeks. Where did you hear that, Reeks? Was it in a paper or something? I can't remember now. Yeah, I had a very nice gift of him on it for looking after the dogs. Because I'll be honest, looking after dogs was quite nice, actually. I miss the dogs already. Sabu said, that's a cool First Blood replica, mate. You need to get the rest now. Maybe I will. This is the one I always wanted, though. If I was ever going to get a Rambo knife, it was always this one. I might have to adjust the sheath a bit. They've done a bit of it. He said to me, so when he gave me it, he said, the sheath's a bit weird. I may take that off and redo it because it's in the wrong place, really. Sort of makes that bit sort of fold around. But the knife is actually lovely. Really, you know, nice and thick. It's over, what's the fucking thickness of this? Yeah, 5 or 6 mil. But it's got the, you know, we all know what's in these anyway, all of us lot do, but it has actually got the survival kit and the compass and all that. It's good knife. It's good quality, really, for, you know. But I always wanted the one with the screwdrivers on, so the flathead and the Phillips. Iron Man said, unless your mind is committed, your body will fail. That is a quote from Iron Man Spartan. Sabu said they want to license it. That's it. And I couldn't actually remember. I knew, you know, they want to license Rambo style knives. That was on a news feed, wasn't it, Mike? I sent you the link, didn't I? You know what, Reeves? I can't actually remember now where it was, but yeah, I can't remember now. Anyone who wasn't on my stream last night when I was telling people what I've got in my coffee, don't give them the answer. No one guess what's in my coffee. I've added something to my coffee. Jeremiah, you right, mate? Pete said, put it in his eye. Love Rambo too. Zeppelin, yeah, I subscribe to Scal. I don't watch all of Scalagoon's videos because a lot of them aren't to my taste, if you know what I mean. I like him and I used to talk to him all the time. When he was a smaller channel, me and him used to like talk to each other every day pretty much, and he would you know, through videos. He would comment on my videos and I would comment on his every day and that, you know, all my videos and that in his. And I've done a couple of like, I've won a competition and I even did it when he was a smaller channel for me. I even did an advert sort of on my channel for him. Used to do shout outs and responses and all that. But yeah, I do a bit. Like if it's a video, because I'm not really into HEMA kind of stuff or that kind of stuff. But yeah, I do still subscribe to him and join his. Very occasionally, I did join his live streams. He's putting them on his other channel now. He's Scalananigans, whatever it is. No, not Brandy, West Yorkshire. I forgot. I saw Brandy, and not Viagra either. I'll give you a clue. It's something to aid my health, potentially. Although some people would say Viagra and Brandy would both do that, but no, it's not them. Dead Wire Man, a fellow in the pub once told me I should be committed. Does that count? Bravo, Charlie. You right, mate? It's always good to catch these live streams, Mike, on my break with a fish supper and listening to the chat. A nice one. I hope you enjoy that. That does sound good. Yeah, glad to see you on, mate. Not honey either. I'll give you a clue in a minute. Because it was very hard to guess yesterday. It's yellow. And the ibuprofen. John. No, not ibuprofen. Liam, you right, mate? My man said Zed, no white coats. No white coats don't count. My man said Mike, scrambled egg and a teaspoon of Marmite tastes very nice. You should try it. Well, because of gout, because of having that gout, I don't eat Marmite anymore because that's on one of the highest thing not to eat. There's like 4 things you shouldn't eat if you are susceptible to gout, and they are. Well, there's 5. So it's offal, game, oily fish, seafood, meat, and yeast extracts. Marmite, Bovril, commercial gravy, as well as beer. That's why I drink vodka now. Yeah, not ibuprofen. Weapons and stuff said, Liam said, I only guessed it because I take it for my UC. I might as well tell him, and there's only one person guessed it anyway. Not butter, us 2. No, turmeric. I put turmeric in it because that's supposed to be good. Well, it's not supposed to be. It's anti-inflammatory. So if that was the gout coming back, I could sort of make sure it sort of definitely don't. Taking them and that. Gout is scared of you. I reckon eating loads of fish and seafood and see what happens. They're not butter. Number Sabu said it's a cup of holy water from WeaponCollector's holy grail from the fountain of youth. Zed said, I always knew Marmot was poison. Ian said, shouldn't have gout at your age. No, shouldn't really. I'll tell you what it was, though. I think what triggered it was, well, that's if it was, because the weird thing is, it's the symptoms of gout, but when they did blood test, I didn't have any uric acid in my blood. So maybe it isn't. Maybe it is something else. It just seems like it. But when it did happen, I had happened to have been doing stuff like, if it is gout, which it probably is, I don't think I got gout the natural way. I think what it was I was pretty much overdosing on all of the food that could give you gout. So I was doing things like having gravy so thick it was almost like fucking jelly. Putting like 5 fucking teaspoons worth of Marmite on a bit of toast, stuff like that, and eating loads of prawns and yeah. So I think it's not through health. I think it was due to, and I think what's happened now, I've damaged that part of the joint, now it flares up. Because the thing is, the crystals would be there now. Well, I've said you can get turmeric as well, Mike, in concentrate tablet forms. That's what this in here isn't, but I have got some of them, Liam. I found them at Max. I'm just looking around because I just had them a minute ago. Our man said, when I had bad knees, Mike, I jogged on the spot for 5 minutes a day. It helped me out. Try it. Test said, are you near London? Yeah, sort of. West Yorkshire. I swapped tramadol for turmeric and black pepper capsules, and my turmeric just sprouted in a pot. Good stuff, mate. It's a weird one to do. Marcus don't like Marmite either. And Timbo saying, how can you say that? Jeremiah said, I just did an 1.5 inch nugget of myrrh ground up in and powder mixed in half a pint of gin. I read it in Ages of Antiquity. Myrrh was used to treat liver conditions. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know what myrrh would be like in the slightest. Rich said it's not that cowgirl's bathwater, is it? No, I wouldn't be able to afford that, Rich, I don't think. Liam said, to be fair, one of my mates had gout when he was 18 because of a bad diet and drinking. Yeah, I think I was drinking too much, and I just happened to be all of these things on here, this list here that tells you not what to eat. Fucking, I was eating probably anchovies every single day, Marmite every day, gravy every fucking day. You know what I mean? I haven't had it for 2 years though, and this, if it was gout, I think it was the heat brought it on. I don't know though, because the thing is, it stopped before it turned into it, if you know what I mean, or I stopped it. Bravo said, I had a job a few days ago where a chap had a necrotic lower leg ulcer. The family had been self-medicating with turmeric for over a month. Wasn't helping much on this occasion. Yeah, see, I wouldn't, if it was bad like that, no, fuck it, I wouldn't, see, with this, whatever I've done has stopped it, and it's like, you know, gout's just a bit of arthritis in your fucking toe anyway, do you know what I mean? But it's very fucking painful. There's them turmeric tablets. I nipped some of them. Hopefully not watching. That won't be mounted anyway. Coffee's supposed to be alright for gout. It's supposed to be quite good for it. But yeah, what I do now is, just in case, I don't eat too much of the shit that can bring it on. But yeah, but the weird thing is, I had all the symptoms of gout, but I didn't have none of the uric acid when they tested me. What I might do is get a fucking uric acid tester. You can do like a piss test one yourself and try it. But as I said, this, I haven't had anything for like at least a year and a half, I think it is. Getting on for 2 years. That's all right. So yeah, I'll carry on losing weight, get healthier anyway, because I want to, you know, I'm nearly fucking 40. Yeah. Bing, right, mate, good to see you on. You missed the ball. I'm so I'm drinking Oxo, 2 in a cup of less than 50% water. I'm out of Mike. What grub did you have today? What did I have? Oh, I had a weird one today because of potentially that gout coming back. I had no meat today, so I had cheese and onion slice thing, you know, like a pastry slice thing, some roasted vegetables, and some broccoli. It was very, very, very painful, I hear. Have you had your kidneys checked? You know what? I've had at one point, I don't think they specifically checked my kidneys, but I have had some blood tests that checked everything, and I had nothing wrong with me. So that's why I suspect I haven't got gout how everyone else would get it. I think I was literally just overdosing on the food that gives you it. You know what I mean? And now it's damaged the joint. So maybe I'm getting flare-ups now. But yeah, but I don't hardly drink now, really. Yeah, you have yours looked at, do you, Liam? Grandma Shine said it tasted okay till I also sprinkle it in a pipe of tobacco and smoke it. What is it? What is myrrh like then? Can you sort of compare it to something? Yeah, high amounts of caffeine would give you anxiety. It does if I drink too much on the streams. If I've had one and have another one in it, it makes me feel a bit weird. Krylon said, I went to an auction about 2 weeks ago, bought some things, got home and found some big shirt pins. They're about 3 inches long, heavy duty, made in England. Does anyone carry on 3DC? No, I don't think I've ever even seen them, Krylon. Iron Man said, I quit coffee months ago, but I have severe anxiety. Bing said, pop to the doctor, Mike, and have a human MOT. See if you can have the camera up your ass to check your internals. Might be more to it. Well, the thing is, I've not had anything. I think it was the heat. I've not had any symptoms for anything else. Do you know what I mean? It's just, you know what I mean, maybe it might have been the keep walking about. Because I'm walking about in the heat. Maybe it's, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'll go if I feel like you know what I mean. Slingshot. I'm watching a great 80s family film I haven't seen since a kid, Cloak and Dagger. I've never seen that one. But yeah, last time they did blood tests for everything, they said we'll test everything we can. And I had like 3 things, and there was literally nothing at all in any of it. But yeah, the thing is, gout can mean you are more likely to get other things. Like, if you don't sort it out, you're probably more likely to get diabetes and shit like that. Yeah, I'm already losing weight anyway. I put a little bit back on, but I'm still 1.5 stone lighter than I was. When I said I had frankincense and myrrh incense, seems to make me sleepy. Liam said could be a bit of arthritis, to be fair. I think it might be that, and the heat's made it play up. Because, you know, all I took these anti-inflammatory things and it seems to have stopped it. So there is arthritis in my family. Dumbersar Booster, I had a kidney stone when I was 21. That was in the summer. It was terrible thumping pain, mostly at night. Yeah, I've heard kidney stones are really, really fucking painful, aren't they? Jeremiah said they say heated turmeric in some fat of some sort of black pepper increases absorption. Honestly, God, we're all in a state. You have gout, I'm severe anxiety. WS has most of the medical dictionary, and Zed's mad. That's so. Yeah, well, at least we're all in it together, aren't we? We all discuss our things. Iron Man said, for your information, severe anxiety mimics a heart attack, not fun. You know, I know it ain't good. I know, yeah. I know people who've had that. Anxiety, panic attacks, and it gets worse and worse and worse, and you can't fucking breathe, and you're out and all that shit, and yeah, and worse. Jeremiah said, I recently had a friggin', I'm gonna say this wrong, on my asthma, fresh flies in the calf. Jesus help us all. Like, that sounds terrible. Well, I hope you're all right. What is with these weird shows today, Liam? That's what I was saying. Who got rid of that? Was it you? Bing said, I've changed my diet. Tried to stop eating shit. I have a really sweet tooth. As it stands, I don't smoke, drink alcohol, coffee, or tea. I've reduced drinking energy drinks from 3 or 4 a week. Yeah, luckily I don't smoke. I do drink and I do binge drink when I do. I don't have a massive sweet tooth, but my problem is if it's there and I'm hungry, I'll eat it because it's quick. You know, it's easier to pick up a chocolate and a crisp and make something, isn't it? I don't have energy drinks. I don't have sugar in my coffee either. So I ain't too bad. There's a lot of things I don't smoke. There's a lot of things I probably could do worse. You know what I mean? Carlin said to Marcus they look like big safety pins. He got suspected knob rot. Liam said pressure changes in the weather will flare up arthritis. I reckon it could be that, but yeah, it's completely gone now. It sort of started coming on like gout does in the evening. I got up and I took to my ibuprofen and then went back to bed. And then the next day, took a load of home remedies for like what would be gout, and it went. So maybe it wasn't gout. But as I said, the doctor did say to me, this does look like gout, but you've got no uric acid in your blood. Well, that's uric acid that causes it. That's what I'll do. I'll get a uric acid test thing, and every now and then I'll test myself and see. And then if there's never any in it, it's not that. Maybe it was that one time. It's caused damage because it creates the crystals in the joint, don't they? Maybe it's damaged it, and now that's turned into like arthritis because it's a very arthritis kind of thing anyway. Marcus said he would never stop drinking coffee. I don't think I would. I don't drink a lot. I only drink about 3 a day anyway. I'm going to try and catch up. Weapons officers, maybe the weather is bringing them out. Not the full moon, but the heat. Yeah. Or the illnesses, yeah. Himbo said he's got depression, diverticulitis, and tendonitis. Yeah, tendonitis is supposed to be painful, isn't it? Jeremiah said myrrh is hard to describe. It's a gum resin, sap, basically. As an old boy, we used to get the funeral sense of smoking so thick the priest would raise an eyebrow at us. Choke back a grin. I don't have a sweet tooth. I love meat, let's say. Pies, meat, and crisps. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Dad said you should call these the raspberry stream. Looks like most of us have something rather wrong with us. I like this gone into like an illness stream today. It's quite interesting. Normally Liam streams, but I mean, Richard, I guess this is what the trolls do in the heat. Yeah. For some reason, I'm getting accused of being a racist tonight. I've never said anything racist. I may have once in a stream last night referred to as let's put it this way, I said the word yellow. Londinium, you right, mate? Crying, I said weapons and stuff. If you inhale a lot of frankincense and myrrh in a small room, it can act as a drug, get you high. Things depression just means you're having a bad run. We all get sad times. Psychiatry is full of shit. It's a chemical thing, isn't it? You know, a lot of the time, because you know, I watch Ian Lee's things, and he says he can have, you know, he's got his kids, a good paying job, paid off his mortgage, you know, wife loves him, and he still wants to kill himself. Do you know what I mean? It makes no sense because it's a chemical thing, you know. That's why taking tablets for it does work, doesn't it? All right, I'll try. I'm not no expert on depression anyway. I've never been depressed in my life. Iron Man said we have a great community here. We do. We do have some good chats on here. Yeah, I really enjoy it. Weapons, I said, cried on. Yeah, that's why I like incense. Smells nice and can sometimes have interesting effects. I might have to try that. Pete said, almost done. This stuff is harder than I thought after being sore from the first day and then lifting all day at work. Yeah, I must admit, Pete, yeah, it's fucking hard work doing exercising when you've been at work all day. Things, I'll be honest, I don't know. I'm just saying what other people said. As I said, I've never been depressed. But, you know. But the only thing I do know is a lot of people who have been depressed say it's very, they find it insulting when people say, just get over it, or, you know, stop being sad. Do you know what I mean? Because as Ian Lee said, he can have the perfect life and still want to kill himself. You know, the perfect life on the outside when you look at it, you know, it can't help it. Weapon and stuff said, yeah, regarding depression, it can be because you're going through a tough period, etc. But often it is caused by brain chemicals not being balanced and mental illness. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I say I'm no expert. This is just what I've heard Ian Lee say. Yeah. He's quite an interesting bloke. You know, I don't know if anyone ever listened to his radio show. I've not listened to his stuff for a while. Just purely because I'm always doing these. If normally I would listen to his shows 10 to 1, but I'm doing these now, or game streams. Yeah, I'm no expert on it. Like I said, I've never had depression. Ted said, second shot, I got sent to see a psychiatrist once. He was mad of an eye. I got sent to see a psychiatrist once, but I only got to the bit where they was like doing the main interview bit and never went back. That was in the Haylaker unit as well, which is a secure psychiatric unit. But I wasn't in the secure bit. Bob said, I get depressed in the rainy winters, so I go to Manila, Philippines for a few weeks and get some sun. That's it, Bob. But yeah, saying I have the winter does, I do get that, what's it called? SAD, seasonal affective disorder, I think. I've never been told by a doctor I do. But there have been times in the winter where I just can't, you know, but I've never had full-on depression, you know what I mean? John Sabu said, depression is a bummer. I suffered for it for years. I find weapon-related therapy helps. Well, that's good that you've got something. Pete said, it's how people use Facebook, post the best and happy parts of life and hide the rest. Yeah. Ramsar said, the reason drugs like SSRIs and other antidepressants work for a lot of people is because it helps them regulate brain chemicals. Iron Man said, Mike, watch a film, The Pianist. It's about a Jewish piano player trying to survive the war-torn Poland, Germany. Do you know what, Iron Man? I've got that on my hard drive ready to watch. It's Adrian Brody, isn't it? I will watch that, definitely. Things said, look up a documentary, Psychiatry and Industry of Death. All right, will do. Things said, Robin Williams, for example. Family man, very fun, great actor, lots of money, mental health, and he hung himself. That's it. That's it. It's you know, you can have a perfect life, but you know, something's there that's sad, isn't it? I know a bloke who killed himself at the age of, I think, 20. Krylan said, Marcus, I don't know, they are old, I think, 50s and 60s. I've missed that because I was letting you two, if people are having a chat. Oh, Londinium said, I don't have enough free time to be depressed. But no, I've never been. Winter blues is another name. Sabu said apparently I have PTSD. That's natural for humans. Winter represents death and harder times. Summer represents harvest. It's probably a racial gene. Yeah, it could be, isn't it, Londonian? But yeah, I say I've had that sad seasonal affective before. I've had it once. This last year, coming up to Christmas, I was tempted to buy one of those lights, the whatever they are, but it never came on this year. So, but yeah, I had it 1 year. Might have been drinking too much as well, though. You never know. But you know what I mean. Marcus said to Krylan, do a Google search on him. Like I said, I always thought they were an American thing. Slingshot said every kid who shot up their school was either on SS. Weapons and stuff, yeah, everyone will accept some people. Some can have underlying blood pressure issues, organ issues. As soon as you said it's mentally related stuff, apparently it's crazy. Dad said the mate who was talked himself. Bob said in the Philippines, the low cost of beer and pretty ladies always out my winter depression. That's what I thought, Bob, as soon as you said it. Yeah, it sounds good to me. Marcus said weapons of stigma is a terrible thing. It is really. Oh, mate, do you remember, mate? He's from Smart, was it? That young bloke who killed himself after he I think him and his girlfriend had a drug binge potentially or something, and she'd got in the bath high on something and left the hot tap on, went unconscious, left the hot tap on and killed herself. And then a couple of weeks later he killed himself. Do you remember that? Got a bit dark now, isn't it? Iron Man said, Mike, do you prefer a cup of tea video? Do your perfect cup of tea video. You can bring a kettle into your room to film it. I could do that. I could do it outside. My problem is I don't drink tea, coffee. Here's my perfect cup of tea. Get a tea bag, sling it in a cup, pour some boiling water in, pour a bit of milk. But I don't drink tea. I could do the perfect cup of coffee though. It'd be coffee and water, bit of booze, bit of turmeric. Things said SRIs has a side effect called mania. Mark said, I thought you were married, Bob. Dad said Jumbo Sabu, I don't know if it was post-traumatic stress disorder, to be honest. He seemed fine before he did it. And afterwards, it was a bit late to ask him, obviously. If you overdose on them, you overdose on all sorts of drugs, you can die or have other health effects. Jeremiah said the next movie should be The Navigator, a medieval odyssey. What's that one? I've seen The Navigator. I really like The Navigator. The like kids. I've never seen that one. I'll have to look into that. Cheers for that, Jeremiah. That looks quite good. I'll put that on my very, very, very long list of films that I'm watching. What was it? The Navigator, Medieval Odyssey. Londinium said, let the tea bag sit in the water for 5 minutes minimum to allow the 30,000 chemical reactions to occur. To round off the taste, use a silver spoon and add milk before the water. Not to scald the tea. Yeah. And I was saying I don't drink tea, so. But yeah, Liam did do the perfect cup of tea, didn't he? Iron Man said, Mike, you're a fiend. How dare you ruin tea like that? I'll tell you what it is I don't like, though. It ain't tea. I like tea. I don't like milk. Milk leaves a dirty taste in my mouth after I've drunk it, even in tea. And that's why I started drinking black coffee. Bob said, I am married. My wife is a Filipina. But it never hurts to look and flirt. As I say, you lot watched Bob's videos. He quite often tells us his stories from over there. I'll definitely watch it, Jeremiah. I'm unaware of that one. Jumbo Sabu said, yeah, some people who take their own lives act fine. They do. Some people you would never know. I said, I agree, though, that lots of people get given antidepressants but never given any other mental health treatment, which is obviously a bad thing. Yeah, that's it. And I said, it's like giving someone with chronic pain painkillers but never investigating the underlying cause of the pain. Bing said, Lincoln Park bloke. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, prodigy bloke killed themselves. Doesn't matter your wealth, happiness, colour, weight, height. If you have a bad past from childhood or a spiral of shit, yeah. You know, some people are just that way inclined. You know, I used to know a bloke who always used to say to me that he couldn't wait to die. I used to fucking hell, how could you say that? Honestly, I've heard a couple of people say that. Can't wait until they die. Fucking hell. If I could live for fucking 10,000 years, I'd fucking say yes straight away. That's for another stream, though. We actually discussed that once, didn't we? Jimbo said, antidepressants have kept me alive for 30 years. Talking therapies help too. Yeah, talking, that does help. If you've got someone to talk to, should be used at the same time. Marcus said, best thing after fish and chip tea, tanning cuts right through the grease. So I said, black coffee, you racist. I've already been told, you're the third one to say that today, Zed, and I've not said a single thing. I don't know if you lot would have seen the things, but because you know, Liam and Pete's getting rid of them. Bob said, Mike, you should call it Afro-American coffee. Fuck's sake. Yeah, coffee of colour. Fuck's sake. Don't. We'd definitely be getting bad fucking comments for this. Londinium said, my son's mother jumped in front of the train 2017. Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it? That's sad to hear that, Londinium, actually. But yeah, it's I don't know. But you know what I mean. It's people, a lot of things that you can't understand it. You know, you would know more about that, but you know what I mean. Marcus said, what about the guy that ran into a fire at the Burning Man festival last year? Yeah, I forgot about that. T2, right, mate? Yeah, my commiserations to you, Londinium there. That's terrible. I'm sorry for your kids as well. You know what I mean, your son. JBO, right, mate? Dad said, only time I might consider killing myself, I had a terminal disease. I'd fill a car with petrol, drive it in Parliament. Don't say that. You made me say that out loud as well. Disclaimer, that was a theoretical situation. Zed's not saying he's doing it, and I'm not condoning it. You never know who's watching. You never know what's just caught me saying that. What program just heard that being said. That's one thing I don't want to be on. I've said it out loud now, but it's too late. That's the problem on here, because I don't have time to read the things first. I read them out and then it's too late. It's all good. I did the disclaimer. Jim, if I didn't say hello, all right, mate? Yeah, shush, never happened. Zed said I wouldn't make it, of course. But it might make those swines file themselves wicked. Of course, it's theoretical. Bing said, I think because mental health isn't visible, people are less inclined to ask or care. As opposed to someone who has a physical disability, more men are killing themselves. And it's a bit of a taboo as well. That's the thing. You're right about the men. There's a big thing over here about, you know, the amount of blokes who kill themselves. But yeah, there's sort of a taboo on it that blokes, yeah, stigma that people don't want to talk about it, isn't there? Weapons of being, yeah, sadly, as Marcus said, there is a lot of stigma around mental health. I must have missed that, Marcus. Sorry, mate. But yeah, there is, isn't there? Problem is, when people are atting each other, I tend to skip over them sometimes. Stigma around mental health, you are a crazy person, etc. That said, I don't even drive nowadays. The ABO said, saying hello to everyone. Good cutting with the corner. And then he was saying, how are you, Rich and Marcus? Yeah, I watched that. I've got a couple of videos to catch up on. By the time I got in, I fell asleep. Anyone new to the stream today, this is what Matt bought me for looking after his dogs. Very happy with that. But I haven't actually got one of these. In fact, I sold most of my big knives. But this is, if I was ever going to get one of the Rambo knives, this is the one I wanted. I like the old Rambo knives. That'll be, you know, highly regarded in my collection. I might even try and get it up on the wall somewhere. Yeah, lovely gift, isn't it? Problem. I'll go, oh, nice knife. The bunker army saps. That's right, mate. He said today's doctor seemed to treat the symptoms rather. Oh, today's doctor seemed to treat the symptoms rather than the problem. Did they do? You're right there. Dad said, I do hope no nutter reads that comment and thinks, hold my beer. It's actually been deleted now, so it shouldn't be on there. All they'll hear was me saying it out loud. JBO, that's a really nice knife. That's lovely, isn't it, Jim? Yeah, I was well happy with that. He said he'd get me something for looking after the dogs. I didn't expect that. He got me a load of knives, little knives last time, so yeah. But he was worried I already had it, but yeah, I've not got one of them. I've never had a real, you know, like a real replica Rambo knife. I've had similar ones, but not the actual, you know, that's marked as Rambo. You know what I mean? Slingshot said I ordered a movie based. Bing said that's a beast, really nice bow. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? Actually, I'll tell you what, I've always loved the shape of this. Lovely fucking blade. I've always loved that shape. It's quite a sexy fucking blade, that, isn't it? Always loved that blade. Slingshot said. Bing said that's a really nice knife. I ordered a movie based on 80s nostalgia and horror called Skeletons in the Closet. I never heard of that one. Jeremiah said I just got a sword Golok. Nice. As I said, would fit under the bayonet. That's what I was thinking, Liam. I thought that should fit there, shouldn't it? And that would fill. That's about the last gap then, isn't it? I might look into that a bit later because I thought it should fit there, and it wouldn't look too cluttered either. It'd be the last thing I put on there, I reckon, unless I get anything thin again. Londinium said mental health worries more people because it's not the same as having an illness, a bad organ. Isn't unpredictable or hard to understand. With certain mental disorders, it can make people dangerous. Yeah, you're right there. Yeah, schizophrenia and that. Schizophrenia, whatever. I imagine, Mike, what would your cowboy name be in the Wild West? Mine would be Harry Two Hands. I don't know. You don't think of one for me. I'll have a think, Iron Man. Zed said, just paint the thing pink and white. You can claim it's a Hambo knife, fuck's sake. Well, at least that was original. I assume you made that one up, Zed. Fuck's sake. Jumbo Salvo said, I was a voluntary call taker at Samaritans once. I got the sack after a week for not being empathetic. I thought I did a good job, and no fucker ever called back. Fuck's sake. Sad boy said, are you from the US? No, I'm English, mate. Richard said, my problem is with my spine and autism, if it classes as a mental illness. Slingshot said, when's the slingshot tutorial? Next week, mate. As I told you about 500 times. I'm joking. Next week, hopefully. Maybe, well, I don't know. No, I won't be able to do it tomorrow. Let me just check. No, I won't be able to do it tomorrow. I could do it Tuesday, potentially. I don't know if it'll be uploaded then. I'll probably do it Tuesday. I'll do it Tuesday, upload it Wednesday. JBO said, to be fair, the way mental health is represented in films and TV doesn't help because they're always dangerous or a killer who flip at nothing, although it's very often not true. You're very right there, Jim. Yeah. Bing said to JBO, are you good, mate? Doing any videos soon? Hi, man, said Mike. How about Marksman Mike? Good cowboy. Yeah, that'd be all right. Trying to think. I've got the old half beard for it today as well. I ain't had a shave since well, last time I went out. You can tell I ain't been out for a while because the beard starts to grow. Well, I'm going to a kid's party tomorrow. It's my nephew's birthday. It's a family party, so I will I'll have a shave tomorrow or tonight. Machete Mike, yeah. Oh, I just got the last of the just got the last of the fucking turmeric then. Just noticed my merchandise has got a dolphin on the bottom of it. Hop along weapon collector. Yeah, that's quite a good one actually, Reeves. I was trying to think of one to do with loads of weapons, you know. They're not, he said to Jim, mental illness is nothing like they depict in films and TV. No, it's not, is it? Sad Boy said, what happens to your weapons after you die? Will it be inherited? The ones that I can, yeah. The problem is over here, they've brought in certain laws, so now some of them I can't actually even give to anyone, so some of them will have to be destroyed. But yeah, I would like people to have my knives and that. Yeah, it would go to my relatives, yeah. Iron Man said, where's Darren at home learning more dry jokes? Yeah, probably. I ain't seen him for a while. I saw his mum's boyfriend the other day and told him to say hello. But yeah. Things had probably sold off to cover funeral costs. Even dying is expensive. Arsenal Andy. I wondered what that was for a second. Cowboy name, isn't it? Weapons said, what's annoying as well is all the SJWs that make a big fuss over mental illness, but not in a productive way. As in the product is a stereotype, etc. As in this product is a stereotype. Yeah, it's a shame with all the social justice warrior kind of stuff and what the internet created, because I love the fucking internet, but it's created a hell of a lot of strange social phenomenon now, hasn't it? You know, people have voices where they never would have had them before, and can spread loads of bullshit and yeah. All the false information that goes about. Number said, when I die, my weapons will be sold off for my funeral. No, my luck, the missiles will pocket the money and stick me in a skip. Actually, that's a good point, actually, Riggs. Yeah, I think some of mine will be used for that, hopefully. Not the missus running off with it, though. Being said to weapons and stuff, yeah. People who keep sharing posts about on Facebook for attention. Like it's a fashion to have mental illness. Yeah. My man said Daryl's joke should be classed as a crime against humanity. He was stoned at the time. Thank you, Liam. I appreciate that, mate. Weapons officer, yeah. Like when they throw a fit over some peanut sweets being called nutters, a Poundland, or Halloween costumes being offensive to a mental, yeah, to the mentally ill. Yeah, it's demented, isn't it? Weapons officer, they should use that time and effort to campaign against the bad government treatment of the disabled. That's true, isn't it? 14 gun kid, that's a good one. That's the kind of thing I was thinking of. Jeremiah said, psychiatry can also be a weapon. JBO said, when I die, my stuff is going to be sold. I just hope my wife don't sell it. What I told her, paid for it. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, got to tell him about it. Quarter of the price. I'm single, so I don't have that issue. Being said, I've known people like that. When I try and talk to them about my autism, they're suddenly not interested. Marcus said, webs of snowflakes. I'm professionally offended. Liam said, when I'm dead, roll me in head's bottom. I don't care because I'm dead. That's it, isn't it? I'm so booted. Mind you, if I recall from the video I sent you, mate, I already have a coffin. Yes, you do, don't you? Yeah. I forgot about that. Being said weapons of it's for show. It's all for show. Bunch of fucking pretenders act like they give a fuck when people need help, they say get a grip. Yeah. And it's a terrible thing to do. Granted, safety pins were invented in the US, but also made by Charles Rowley, 1849 in Birmingham, England. Mostly used in the US, I think. A nice one, Brian. Iron Man said, only the body dies, our consciousness is eternal, my friends. But yeah, I would have liked some of my I'd like my handmade stuff to definitely be passed on to people. Probably one of the best things I've ever done is guaranteed 100% some handmade stuff I've made. It's in America right now, and all of that stuff, along with an even bigger collection, probably the biggest collection of these things, brass knuckles knuckle dusters, probably one of the biggest collections in the world of unique and handmade knuckle dusters, will be put in a museum one day. So there will one day be items of mine in an American museum with my actual name on it and the weapon collector marks. You know what I mean? And that's a nice thought. Dad said, Jumbo said, but it wasn't the cough that carried him off. It was the coffin. When they carried him off in. I probably butchered that. Jeremiah said, widow dad of 6-year-old twins. You need to find those kids a mother. No thanks. Liam said, do you intend on having any kids to leave your collection to? I'm not ruling it out. If it happens, Landine said you did. Yeah, I've got no plans to, but I wouldn't mind having kids one day. Yeah. Right, where am I? Bing said, exactly, mate. Grow up, man up, stop being silly. See it all day long. Social media is a terrible thing for personal issues. Yeah, that's terrible things to say. If someone's actually got depression in that, to say those things to them. Iron Man said, Mike, World War III, World War IV will destroy all museums. Sad fact. Yeah. But yeah, the world won't if it's one day, but people will get to see these things for a bit at least. Do you know what I mean? Carl and Mark, I had to look it up. Or what the safety pin thing. Carl, do they look like traditional safety pins, or are they a different kind of shape? Just out of curiosity. When I've said it, I find it funny when I see animal activists ignoring me when I tell them I actually volunteer and all the things they could do to actually make a difference. Yeah, that's a good point, actually, Liam. At the Blue Cross, we often get these useless idiots start volunteering for one shift and quit because it's too hard to work. But yeah, doing that really is helping, isn't it? Liam said, I always say I want to be buried so some time team can dig me up in a few hundred years. I wouldn't mind being frozen if they could. You'd have to have a lot of money for that, though, and do it quickly. But I wouldn't mind being frozen. And even if I got brought back for fucking 10 minutes in extreme pain, I'd still think that was a fucking bonus. P2 said, being on social media, it's a relationship record. Rita said, you get people like that who donate to charity or work in charity groups. They just do it to act self-righteous and make out they're better than others, but won't help unless they're getting praise. Strange old world, isn't it? Bing said, yeah, soon as they get shit Down with facts. Can't face the music, they're off. So next week, if I didn't say, it'll be the slingshot tutorial video. Film Club, actually Film Club may be the first video of the week. But next week will be the slingshot anyway. Film Club. There's 3 videos. What's the 3 videos I said I was going to do next week? Can you not? Oh, and then shooting competitions will start. Liam said, if you was frozen for hundreds of years, do you think it would seem like a split second from dying to waking up? I reckon it probably would, wouldn't it, Liam? Yeah, I reckon it would. It'd be a bit like, you know, being asleep. But even if I came back for 10 seconds in complete agony, that'd still be a bonus. Bob said the people who complain the most actually do the least. That's it, isn't it, Bob? I'm so said the amount of alcohol I drink, and they dig me up in 1,000 years. That'd be perfectly pickled. Either that, or they'd just be this perfectly preserved not kidney, liver, or whatever. Yellow liver. Zed said, I want there to be a rumour that I've been buried with lots of gold. I have my coffin rigged so that when the lid is open, I sit up and make a screaming noise. That'd be excellent. Dumble Sailbush, Hardcore Henry was one of them. Yeah, that's it. So it'll be Hardcore Henry Film Club. Definitely next week. Possibly Monday. I've got to find out what I've got to do Monday, because there's stuff I've got to do Monday. If not, that'll be Tuesday. Then Wednesday will be the catapult. Thursday, Friday will be a shooting competition. The intro to it, anyway. Wednesday, I noticed recently as I'm falling asleep, my thoughts keep jumping around incoherently. I do get that, Liam. Yes, I do get that. It's quite bizarre, isn't it? Yeah, I get that. But just as you're falling asleep, yeah, I get that. But I think that must be your brain constantly thinking about things, you know, unconsciously. Because I told you this before, I sometimes will solve something that I've been thinking about for months, completely subconsciously. I'll wake up with the answer to it. And my brain must have just still been thinking about it constantly. But yeah, I get that. Yeah, jumping around all over the place just before you sort of fall asleep. And incoherently, and you know, like only be like a couple of seconds, sort of. Yeah, very bizarre. Yeah, that's quite weird, isn't it, Liam? Yeah, I get that. Kimber said, so if we can all be buried on our deaths, what weapons will we have in our graves? I'd have I don't know. I'd have to have oh no, I'm not allowed to own them, so I can't even have that now. I'd have to have a picture of a knuckle duster in with me. Probably my machete Bowie. I'll be honest, I wouldn't have none of it buried with me. I'd give it all to people, I reckon, in all honesty. Iron Man said, do you know the problem with humans and what causes pain? It's our own awareness, our mortality. It haunts us. Other animals don't stress about things and they're better off. That's a good point. But then they're not self-aware, though, are they? So, but that's what you mean, though, don't you? David Bing said David Beckham is another one. He had a charity event a few years ago. For him to go, he wanted a private jet, top class car there and back. He's another fucker who does stuff for charity, but yeah, does it for the cameras. Dangerous Aaron, you right, mate? Good to see you on. Now, you right? Weapons after. That's how I know when I'm actually falling asleep and I'm not just waiting in bed. It's bizarre, isn't it, though? Yeah, I've never thought about ever mentioning that to anyone, but yeah, I get that. Being said, yeah, Liam, like when you basically answer the world's problems, you get all these great ideas. Everyone's saying like, and now there. You missed a good topic earlier. No, I'm not going to bring it. I'm not going to bring it back up actually. Unless someone else wants to. Aaron said, they say of you, tell yourself to stay awake, it'll help you sleep. I never tried that. Colin said, Mike, they are just like a large safety pins, but they have multiple uses, like pinning your clothes and poking holes and things. Now, it does sound useful, though, but yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like a hoop with a... Because you get those ones with like a hoop with a pin on it, don't you? Colin said, not Colin, fuck's sake. Ted said, part one, I had a weird dream last night. I was in a house and there was a dead body on the floor. There was a gun beside it. and I picked it up and I had to shoot my way out the house. To be continued. Video base said, I'm taking a picture every day after the push-ups to record my process. May make things interesting. May make an interesting GIF. I think that would. And I said, Lovecraft quote, the most merciful thing in the world is the inability of the human mind to correlate all its contents. That's quite a good one. I'll have to analyse that one a bit. Simon said, I'm the daddy. Jeremiah said, off to get the Rugrats. Adios. See you later, mate. It's good having you on. I appreciate that. And I was saying, let everyone. But yeah, I suppose if we could fathom every single thing that was going on, we'd probably go mental, wouldn't we? If that's what that means. Liam said, talking of being self-aware, do you think the machines will become self-aware like Skynet on Terminator? I don't know. I'm convinced, though. I'm convinced personally that artificial intelligence won't ever destroy human beings and won't take over. Because surely we could always just turn the fucking things off, or you know, it's not like they're fucking. You know what I mean? It's not like they need to be killed, you know. EMPs or sort of, you know, that kind of thing would fucking stop them, surely. I don't know, but I'm convinced that all of that kind of stuff. But I don't know, you know. I've never massively thought about it. Logan, you right, mate? Weapons and stuff. Why didn't they just pull the plug out the wall from Skynet? Exactly. And yeah, basically, Mike, if you could process everything your brain records, thinks, you'd go totally insane. Ring said, I'll just sniff some dead faint. John said, if they take over, just use an EMP. Yeah, John said it. Oh, Jed said, part 2. I even knew what gun it was, but it was a daft name. It was called a Sig Sauer. Who the fuck would give a gun a stupid name like that? Knows how stupid dreams can be. That's a real gun, isn't it? Yeah, the Swiss, as Liam says. Mark said, AI is currently looming threat, apparently. But yeah, I'm convinced. I must admit, if scientists and all that and experts think there is a threat, there probably is a threat. But I've not heard anything to convince me yet. But I've never watched any like documentaries on AI and the threats of it. But I've always just been convinced, why can't it just be turned off? Why can't you just unconnect it all? Why can't you just, you know what I mean? You know, I know AI could launch things, but surely you'd have to, like, because what they do, when they found out those AIs were starting to talk in secret languages that no one could understand, they just turned them off, didn't they? They shut them down. And you just got to monitor them constantly and make sure they can't do anything that you can't monitor. You know, but being artificial intelligence, maybe they'll find ways to get around that. Liam said, could they fire own nuclear weapons on us, though, before you pulled the plug? Well, that, yeah, funny, that's just what I said, Liam, yeah. But yeah, that is a thing, isn't it? That's the sort of threat, isn't it? So that's a real gun. You're winding me up. Yeah, your 6 sounds real, isn't it? They are. Where's my gun book? There's my gun book that oh fuck's sake, it's not in here. I bet I can't fucking find one in here. JBO said, did you never think how ironic the Swiss, the greatest on the fence race, make some of the best guns and knives? That's bizarre, isn't it? Oh, look, there ain't none in here. Fucking typical. Got a gun book, they ain't got a fucking Sig Sauer in it. Thank you, Marcus, by the way. Oh, Sig and Sauer were two separate. Well, I thought there was a gun called the Sig Sauer. And weapons officer, I think AI would be more like a threat like Soma than Terminator, where humans don't program it right and it does things they don't predict. Yeah, that I could see that definitely. There. Bing said, I reckon we'd make AI to kill us on purpose, a common enemy, bring down the world population. How long can we keep fucking the Middle East for? That one. Richard, see you later, mate. Good night. I'm Mark says Sig Sauer we're two separate companies. I thought that was the Sig Sauer. Am I imagining that then? John said Sig Sauer. Yeah, I thought there was a Sig Sauer. Yeah, Sig Sauer firearms. Yeah, but it's spelt slightly different to how Dad said it. Roland said EMP would kill AI. Iron Man said all AI is BS. All any real human wants is his own house on a farm. Be self-reliant. Liam said, don't think it's worrying that we are trying to communicate with each other in code. We can't understand that. Yeah, that's proper weird, isn't it? That they was doing that. Yeah, they was talking to each other. Yeah. It's because it's self-learning. Maybe I reckon what it was. I don't think they was trying to be secret, but they probably, if it's very intelligent AI, it probably developed a better language than all the ones that existed. You know what I mean? If it's a learning AI, you know what I mean? When I said go to rifles market in Switzerland, they'll have a Sig 510. Yeah, it don't matter now anyway. I couldn't find any SIGs in here. I looked in the I was looking in the index bit. There was not a single bit of SIG. There was no SIG on there. It don't matter anyway. Right, everyone's going on about SIG. SIG has a brand name used by two sister companies. Dad says Sig and Sa sounds like a puppet duo for kids. You ain't going to freak me out pretending there is such a thing. Weapons off said before you say Mandela effect. That's it, isn't it? Well, I looked that one up. Yeah, but someone's getting the Mandela effect now because I'm sure Sig Sauer is a fucking thing, and now we're getting told it's not. Or is it both? Is it two companies? Is it one company? Was it one? Was it two? It definitely does exist. JBO said it was Sigless. Yeah. Liam said I'm off. Off. Good chat. See you later. See you later, Liam. Yeah, it's good. Don said, what's your next weapon going to be? Possibly a short sword when I finish Rich's one he made me. I got to finish it off. No, I said everyone says you should give up SIGs. Now said yeah, I had a really good week. How much, Marcus? They said, oh fuck, how do I know that name? I never heard of it. You must have heard it somewhere, never registered it. But as I was saying, it's like me, I wake up and I fucking I've found the solution to something I couldn't think of when I was awake. So you must have heard that, and that's in your brain, but you never consciously heard it. I'm sorry, but it's 6 out is a gun. I'll tell you because we had a BV gun that was a 6 out. Iron Man said, Mike, grab the Chinese bullpup and point it at the camera and say, I want to play rough. Fuck's sake. The M4 would be a bit more suited for that, wouldn't it? Or whatever it is. It's too late for acting. I'm too hot for that. Iron Man. We'll save that for when I do the film club of Scarface. When I say that Chinese bayonet, that Swiss bayonet, I really like is a SIG 510 STG W57. John said, what music do you listen to? Bit of anything, if I'm in all honesty. I listen to Madness, The Smiths, No Doubt, Motorhead, Kate Bush, Fleetwood Mac, fucking electronic music, anything. Not a lot of modern music. There's not a lot of pop music, modern pop music. I like a lot of, I tend to, if there's a genre I tend to like more than anything, I tend to notice if I have, laughing at Iron Man, if I have like a music channel on, if I have 80s music on, I tend to not turn that over. I like a bit of 90s music, well, Oasis. Dad said, yeah, you may be right. I don't know where I would have heard it though. Probably on here. Krylon said I have a SIG SP 2022 in 40 caliber. Not bad, but it wasn't for me. Iron Man said, you broke my heart, you brute. No, I'm saving it for a better occasion. I'll dress up as fucking Tony Montana and do it for you. Bing, and I'll shoot fucking Zombot. Maybe Zombot will be creeping up on me with double barrel shotgun as I'm taking out all the other people. That's still a stupid name. Well, it is a weird name though, isn't it? Things I don't have a genre or era. Can't handle. No, I don't. Rap music I don't listen to. I can't get into that. Yeah, Debbie Harry. Yeah, Fleetwood Mac now. Kim Wilde. It's Kim Wilde, isn't it? Don't say bush. You can't beat a bit of bush. Yeah, everyone loves a bit of bottom, and you can't beat a bit of bush. Get you into the mood. Love Wuthering Nights. I do. It doesn't seem like the kind of song I'd like. I like Wuthering Nights. I think it's a good song. Mark has said to Nell, Fleetwood Mac or Immortal. Yeah, old mate, he is in The Running Man as well, isn't he? Mick Fleetwood. He's in The Running Man, isn't he? Did you know that, Marcus? Iron Man said, You Make Love and Fun by Fleetwood Mac is a great song. But yeah, my music, what I listen to is very fucking eclectic, whatever it is, you know, very random. It be fucking anything. But I've noticed, I don't tend to like 60s or 70s music. There's something about the sound and the way they sing. It doesn't capture me. But there are some like 60s and 70s music I like. But the majority of it, I can't get into the Beatles. I've listened deliberately to see whether I like them or not. I've listened to every one of their albums apart from one. I never got around to the latest one. And out of all of the albums, I think there's one or two songs I liked. I just can't get into the Beatles. The singing's not my kind of singing. The sound of their music's not my kind of. I like George Harrison though. And funnily enough, I don't mind some of John Lennon's individual songs. Weapons and Stuff said, it's like when I used to get asked on streams what music I like. I like anything that sounds good. Well, yeah, that's it, isn't it, Liam? Yeah. Sabo said, the old British guy with a beard. That's it, yeah. In Running Man. I'm sorry I don't do it myself to only one band genre, etc. That's it. Anything, innit? Now said, yeah, sweet, wonderful. Sweet, wonderful you. That's the one, Iron Man. Iron Man said Fleetwood are the shit. They're good, aren't they? Yeah, you know, there's loads of. But I just can't. The Beatles, I've never been able to get into them. The only Beatles song I like is it called Here Comes the Sun? And it's sung by George Harrison. I prefer his voice out of all of them. Kirsty McCall, yeah, she's good. Yeah, shame she died like that. And I don't think the bloke. Did they ever get the bloke done for that? T2 said, been so hot in work, everyone's been arguing with each other, which is usually because we have good banter mostly. Even the customers have noticed we've been short with them. That's a shame, T2. But yeah, that does show how odd it must be if you're all getting on each other's nerves. Marcus said, Stevie Nicks was gorgeous at one time. Now she's well past it. Carlin said, if you would like to talk about your autism anytime, I would talk with you. Video Bay said, I'm not a Beatles fan either. No, I've never ever. Oh, and I'll be honest, the Rolling Stones, I don't mind, but I've never. The Rolling Stones is another band that I should listen to them all to see if I. But there are definitely Rolling Stones songs I've heard and liked. but I've never given them a massive chance. But there are definitely some I like. See, the Beatles, I thought, I want to be able to say whether I like the Beatles or not because of how much people go on about them. So I listened to every single album apart from one, and I liked one song. It's just not my kind of music. It's too, especially the older stuff was very sort of lovey-dovey sort of stuff, and that's not my kind of. That's just weird. Yeah, Morrissey, I love a bit of Morrissey. Bob, yeah, definitely. Forgot about Morrissey. I've said, cheers, but I'm okay at the moment, thanks to Krylon. He does mention it occasionally, don't you, Liam? But half the time there's no need, is there? Video base said, saw a guy in the shop today with a Black Sabbath t-shirt on. Black Sabbath, I've never deliberately listened to them, but I must know some of their music. I've said, did you ever get around to listening to Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds? If not, you link me to that, and I might listen to that tonight, Liam. If I'm up late, I'll listen to the whole thing. But I didn't. Being said, the Fallout franchise has some great songs. New Vegas songs are good. Are great. Oh, yeah. Pete said, same, everyone has more aggressive, been more aggressive, aggravated. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? But you know, it sort of happens, doesn't it? Marcus said, have you heard the Orson Welles radio play? I haven't, but I know of it and I know what it is. JBO said, got to be Joan Jett. Man, she's gorgeous. I've said, yeah, it's great. I prefer the Jeff Wayne version, but the film version's good though. I said, right, we'll do it now, Mike. Video said, listen to BS War Pigs. That's your kind of message. Go on, send me a link if you want. Zed said, Joan Jett looks like an American hooker. I don't know if you heard that, but yeah, it's just gone through. But Joan Jett, I'm slightly familiar with. I've looked her up recently for some reason. Is there a film about her? Nell said, not forgetting the Bay City Rollers. But yeah, the genre of music I tend to like, as I said, if there's an 80s channel on or a channel playing 80s music, I tend to not have to keep turning it over because of songs I dislike. Any other era, I'll be turning it over every 15 minutes because there's a song I don't like. Something about 80s music, the instruments they use, the way they sung, you know. But don't get me wrong, you know, there's plenty of other. I'd look on my playlist to show you, you know, show you some of them. Beautiful South, another one. Joan Jett was well, banked 20 years ago. Double Celebrate, so I wasn't keen on Joan Jett, not very pretty. In actual fact, she was playing Joan Jett, fuck's sake. Made that one up yourself, didn't you? I wasn't bad though. Weapons I've said it's like work radio at Christmas because they always put proper decent older songs on, Christmas songs, not the modern pop crap. Cheers, Pete. I'll check that out. I'll listen to them tonight. So I saw Joan Jett, Motorhead, and Alice Cooper. What a night. That does sound good. Bit of our Meatloaf. But yeah, my playlist, fucking hell, it's like the most random thing you'd ever see. But you know, that's the point of it. You don't tend to listen to one thing. But yeah, I'll be honest, the groups I've bought the most music of, now that's a slightly different thing. The groups I've bought the most music of would be, I've got Everything Madness ever did up until recently, because I just didn't have the money to buy the new stuff. Pretty much everything the Smiths have ever done, most of Morrissey's stuff, most of the No Doubt music. This is stuff I bought on CDs. Quite a few Motorhead CDs. Everything Oasis have ever done. But I can't listen to it. I can't listen to Oasis because it reminds me of when I was a teenager, and that seems to make me sad because it was probably the best time of my life, and the reminiscing of it makes me yearn for that time and my mental state then, or everything I was then, and that makes me sad. Yeah, I've mentioned that before, haven't I? Marcus was saying it does go eventually because he had the same thing. Ryland said the weapons and stuff. I understand, mate. I have 2 sons with NOS, and I somewhat understand, but each person is different. Nell said she likes Motorhead. Ming said I do love a Christmas song. I like The Darkness is Christmas song. Oh man said, Mike, I challenge you to a dog food eating competition. Oh, I don't know about that. We'll see. Don't fancy the feel of that. My guts, fuck that. But we'll see. I'm not saying no. JBO said, do you enjoy the Danger Man sessions from Madness, Mike? I don't know if I've ever... When was that? When was that, Jim? Because there is some period of stuff I've not heard. But I've got the... I would get it up. But I've got the lot that's got all up to a certain date. You know what I mean? But the Danger Man sessions, potentially, I ain't got to them yet. Let me look. Or is it old? Oh, 2005. Yeah, that's probably the ones I didn't get up to, JBO. Yeah. I've got all the old stuff pre then. I've got you remember I told the last stuff I got up to, JBO, was, you know, Love Struck, a Falling for a Lamppost. That was the last album I bought of theirs. So that would have been just before then, I think, wasn't it? I never got round to any of the others. The modern Madness stuff. I still like them. It was just getting the stuff, and I've never got. What I need to do is go and have a look for it all, because it'd all be on YouTube now, wouldn't it? But Madness and No Doubt and the Smiths and that, I like buying their music because I want them to have my money, sort of thing, because I like them. You know what I mean? Marcus said, yeah, that feeling about music does fade, Mike. I remembered. No, I did. I remember you saying it, Marcus, and I thought, thank you for telling me that. You know what I mean? Once I said to Krylon, cheers. Sometimes I have periods where I'm quite good. Other times it does get me down. Cover songs, was it, JBO? Yeah, I never got round to that. I've heard of it though. I'll tell you what, if you want, I'll get my Madness CDs out tomorrow. They're all in that box over there, and I'll show you what I've got. But I think I have got one. I've got another one after. How much are you into Madness? What's there's one of the later albums, there's a song about Jaguar car. I've got that album as well. Roll over. Right, mate? He said, hello, just joined in, so I don't know whether or not you talked about this. Thoughts on George Sprout's video on the YouTube Union? It's been mentioned, Roll over, but I've not seen it yet, so I'll have to catch up on that. I'll tell you what, though, I've actually written it down on this list here, so I'll watch it after this. Yeah, I think his YouTube Union is a good thing, and I would have joined it on the Facebook page, but I can't, with my WeaponCollector page, I can't bloody, not I like driving in my car, it's not quite a Jaguar, not that one. No, Madness have got a song about her, I didn't mean that one, though. Madness have got a song about a Jaguar XJR or something. I don't think that's what it's coming up with now. But there's a fucking song. There's definitely a Madness song that's about a Jaguar car. But not I've been driving in my car. It's not quite a Jaguar. Yeah, not that one. Right, where am I? Dad said my music collection, everything from prog, rock, metal, punk. Yeah, I've got some Sex Pistols actually saying that. Gothic, Bowie, Alice Cooper, Rolling Stones, classical. Oh, and classical music. I don't mind a bit of classical music as well. Anyway, Slipknot, Slayer, Avatar, Ghost, Metallica, Pantera, Black Sabbath, AC/DC. Yeah, AC/DC. Yeah, I'll have to look. I'll find out what that song is tomorrow. But it's not that one. Yeah, that was like probably on their first album. Timber said I like Indian folk metal band called Bloodywood. Have a look. That sounds interesting. Yeah, I'll look that up. I'm just going to try and catch up with the stream. JBO said my favourite album was The Business with Doc Martin Boots on the front. I'll get them out tomorrow, Jim, and I'll show you what I've got. Bob said, YouTube Union video. Is it a new one? I've seen the original one. Oh, man, I forget about Queen. Yeah, I fucking love a bit of Queen as well. The Queen's fucking excellent. Ron said, I understand that we have to keep an eye on my sons. It happens to them. And they have ups and downs, some bad times. My oldest son listens to Christmas music and music from the 40s and 50s. Bush said, normally I buy cheap CDs on sale and they are in the bargain bin, like Michael Jackson cake. Shut up. Not bad. You twat. I ain't reading the rest of them names out. Fuck's sake. You can all guess what you fucking not bad. Fuck's sake. My nephew, now stepson, reckoned he'd been going around. He does a pest control job, and he was in one of the prisons where fucking Ralph Harris was, or is. I've never heard Rammstein, but I know of them. And I said I like the old stuff, like the Matter album. Is that Ruffle or Rolf? Bing said the Jam, Blur. Yes, I love a bit of Blur. Oasis, yeah, the Verve. Fucking The Cure. Don't you ever listen to the Pixies? No, I've never listened to them. See you later, Timbo. I'll stay on for about another 20 minutes because I was late on. I'll do the full 2 hours. But yeah, after this, I'll get my Madness stuff out and I'll show you. But yeah, there's a Madness song. Maybe it isn't Jaguar. Maybe it's just XJR or something. But there's a song about a Jaguar, basically, but not... don't come up when I look it up. I'm pretty sure the fucking album cover's got a fucking Jaguar on it as well. It's a later one. Oh, I'm not going to look up their discography and have a look. Right, hang on. There it is. It's weird. Oh, it's it's The Liberty of Norton Folgate, and I think there's a song in it about a Mark II Jaguar. Yeah. Sure, that's the one. Yeah. I've got that. So the ones I've got then, I have got all of them up until Wonderful. I didn't get the Danger Session. Actually, you know what then, JB? There's only one album of Madness I haven't got then. I've got The Liberty of Norton Folgate, and I've got Wee Wee CC Ya Ya Da Da. Can't Touch Us Now, which was released in 2016. That's the only one I've not got. Oh, and the Danger Man Sessions. So actually, I've got everything but 2 albums. So I didn't actually. I thought they'd done more than that. You know, like recently. Zed said to T2, that's one of my favourites. There was some unkind person who claimed it's my theme tune, but I like the colour black. Stone Roses now, that's another good one. When I said, BRB, my dad said it started raining and wanted me to close all the windows. Pizza left that. Too hot to close all the windows. Amy Winehouse is good as well, Iron Man. I've never listened to any of her albums, but the songs I have heard of hers, I do think are really good. Random Blackwing, you're a scary dude. I'm not scary, mate. Keep watching. You'll enjoy these streams. Just have a chat with us. We're just talking about music right now. So hello, by the way, Random Blackwing. So yeah, JBO, I've got more Madness than I thought I did. Yeah, there's literally 1 album, 2 albums that if I buy them, I've got everything. Funny thing is, it wasn't until I just looked up the discography then, or however you say it, that I forgot that I'd got them new ones. I must have had a period, like sometime for my birthday, I must have bought some. I don't think I like a lot of them. See, the thing with Madness, they've been around for so long that their music has changed a little bit now. And what it is, it's not quite what it used to be, and it's not quite modern, if you know what I mean. And it's not bad, but it doesn't quite sound like it used to, if you know what I mean. You know, they're old, but you know, I still buy their stuff and still listen to it, but I do prefer their older music. But it's like with every band, isn't it? The longer they go on, they start to change. You've got to evolve with the times to make younger people want to buy it. War Ready, explain to us why. Have a conversation with us. Don't bother trolling or anything. I was gone now. I was going to try and get them to explain to us why. Don't matter, Liam. To be honest, it's probably better getting rid of them anyway. Yeah, I quite like ska music. Yeah. No, to be honest, they ought to just get rid. We ought to just get rid of them anyway. Rollover said, "Ain't UK weather just raining overcast?" Not a minute. We're over here. It was hotter than fucking Vegas the other day. Marcus said, "Tamla Motown, anyone?" Oh, my mum likes Motown. I'm not sure what Tamla Motown is though. Brian said, "I like stuff in the 90s, but like the new songs like Radio Deutschland are good." Songs like Radio Deutschland are good. JBO said, "Anyone a fan of Delta Slide Blues like Elmore James?" You know what? Why would I know Elmore James, JBO? Why would that have been mentioned recently? That's been on Radio 4 or something, Elmore James. Why is that? Got any idea? I've heard that name unrecently. What have I heard about him recently? I didn't know if it was some kind of. They've been dead for years. Maybe. I don't know if it was like some memorial type thing. You know what I mean? Not memorial, anniversary, but no. Oh, maybe it's that. Let me look up Elmore Leonard then. I don't know, but that name came up on something recently, and I recognised it. Has anyone mentioned that? Saying that, no, that could be that one as well. Yeah, I don't know now. Then who knows? Yeah, that name suddenly rung a bell to me, but I don't know why. Could be that, Marcus. I don't know. Now I've looked that up. That seemed familiar as well. Tell you what, I might go to half past because this has gone quick tonight. It's been a proper good stream tonight. You know, it's just been good chatting. King says Supertramp. Yeah, I forget about Supertramp, you know. Yeah, I forget about them. Yeah, they're quite good. My man said, "Mike, I used to like the 80s, 90s shows with Quantum Leap. Have you seen?" Yeah, I fucking love Quantum Leap. I'm quite a big fan of time travel stuff. Iron Man, I love time travel films, TV shows. Sometimes I go on like massive marathons where all I will watch for months is time travel stuff. I've watched most of the stuff that's out at the minute though. Yeah, who doesn't love Quantum Leap? I tell you. Was they gonna? Daryl will know this because he's a big fan of Quantum Leap. He's probably not watching though, unless you are, Daryl. I think he would have mentioned it if he was on because he got mentioned earlier. I think there's rumours of them making a film, weren't there, soon? Colin said, "I also like Lindemann songs like Mathematic." Oh, crazy day. Yeah, never heard of them. If anyone wanted to email me some links to songs, feel free. I don't mind. You know, Liam and Peach do because they've got me on Twitter, so they can just message me that way quickly. Marcus said, best film on time travel, Final Countdown. I've only ever watched that once as a kid, but that's one I need to watch again soon, Marcus. And Daryl is on. Is there going to be a, did you hear your name? What was I saying? Is there going to be a Quantum Leap film? Is old Dean, is he dead? Oh, matey, who used to play Al. That was his fucking name now. Dean something, isn't it? Off the top of my head. T2 said, what's the Wanderers film again the other day? What a great soundtrack. Yeah, no, that's good. T2, the Wanderers will definitely come up on the film club one day. I don't know if I'm going to have to dress up as Terror, though. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not big enough for Terror. I could be one of the Boldies, though. Harry Dean Stanton. I knew there was a... No, it's not Harry Dean Stanton, is it? It's, no. What's his name? Daryl, I don't know if he's actually watching. Daryl, come on. But no, not Harry Dean Stanton, is it? Unless Harry Dean Stanton's in unless it is him. Let me quickly look. I'll tell you if it is or not, Liam. No, not Harry Dean Stanton. He did die recently, though, didn't he? But he was quite old as well. He was about 90 when he died, wasn't he? Look up Quantum Leap Al. That'll come up. But Harry Dean Stanton's last role was in the new... I think it was the last role. Anyway, was in... yeah. He... his last role was in the final season of Twin Peaks. He did look old for a long time, didn't he? That said to Marcus, talking of vampire films, I thought it was great to see the Bauhaus doing Bela Lugosi dead at the beginning of the Hunger. I'm sorry, Boo said, wasn't that Dean guy in Married to... Dean Stockwell, that's it. Dean Stockwell still alive last time I checked. Rumours of the film been around for a while. Apparently, Donald Belisario wrote the film years ago. Yeah, Dean Stockwell. And it was Dean Summer. Time Traveler's Wife. Yeah, Daryl put me onto that one. Lent me the DVD for that as well. And I thought that was fucking excellent. Because it sounds a bit weird, don't you? You think it's going to be about the wife, but it's not really. And it's actually really good, isn't it? Time Traveler's Wife. I thought that was excellent. Yeah, Dean Stockwell, that's it. Bing said that's like Morgan Freeman. He's been 70 years old for the past 30 years. JBO said, right, I'm off, guys. Night all. See you later, JBO. See you later, Jim. Yeah, Iron Man was complaining about your jokes earlier, Darryl. I did tell him, though, you were stoned that night. Carla said, I like Muddy Waters and Lead Belly for blues music. Daryl might know about them. No, FBI agent guarding Frank Panteglia. Oh, Harry Dean Stanton. But it was good, he was. Have you ever seen the film, I think it's either Paris, Texas, or it's just called Paris. But it's Paris. It's the Texas Paris, anyway. It's just called Paris. But Harry Dean Stanton, I think he goes back to visit his family that he just left or something like that. It's not bad. It's quite a weird film. Or a son he's never met. Do you like roll over? Is it called Paris, Texas, is it? Yeah. I can't remember if it was just called Paris or Paris, Texas. From the Balkans. All right, yeah, see you later, roll over. Good night, mate. Daryl says Stephen Moffat is working on Time Traveler's Wife TV series. Oh, all right. Do you reckon that'd be any good? Yes, mate, you've done some of Doctor Who's one and some of the other things. Daryl said, I'm not stoned at the moment, so I can't tell a joke. Yeah, I love all the early blues, 30s, 40s. Bing said, I'm off now. Good stream tonight, Mike. See you in the next one, mate. Night. See you later, Bing. Good night, mate. I'll be on tomorrow. I'll stay on tonight till 1:30. I need a piss. I might hold it for 15 minutes, though. T2 said, watched Overlord this week. Wasn't amazing, but worth a watch. Yeah, that's I will watch that eventually, but I'm not sure about it. You know what I mean? And then if I go into it with no expectations, it probably probably all right. I'm just looking something up quickly. Just looking at that Paris, Texas film, but that was all right. I saw that on Film 4, I think. Dad said, just got a sort of compilation video set. I had to pay £7 on it just to get Tora Tora. I've already got most of the others. That's not bad though, really. I'd be, if you want something, I'd I've just bought about 5 Spider-Man films for when the fucking kids are here, and I managed to get I think 5 of them for fucking all in really good condition for £7. Yeah, one of them cost me £3 and the rest was £1. 99p each. Yeah, I thought that was really good. But if you want, I wouldn't mind spending £7 for a DVD if it's something I wanted. Right, as the stream's a bit slow, I'm gonna have a quick slack. Daryl said, yeah, I like Billie Holiday ever since I watched Forever Young as a kid. I like war films now, and Marcus and Zed. Legends of the Fall, not seen that though. Iron Man said, Daryl, you have great taste in music, but not jokes. Yeah, you should. You'd find it quite interesting talking to Daryl about music. He does like some very unusual stuff. Not saying this is unusual, but one of the things I know he likes is Chaz and Dave, don't you? Big into old Chaz and Dave. Jump Sabu said, let's hope Mike's been working on his aim. What of the shooting competition and all. Marcus, I don't know. SPR is my favourite film of mine. From Dunkirk, John Mills. You like Peach? See you tomorrow if you're on. Have a good day at work. Hope it ain't too hot. It wasn't so bad today, was it? It certainly didn't look that hot. Well, it wasn't like yesterday, was it? Yeah, I'll be on for about another 10 minutes. I'll go and listen to some of that music while actually, I'll tell you what I'll do first. I'll check out all the videos I haven't seen today on YouTube, and then I'll listen to that music. Roland said, I like that I get to learn about all kinds of different things that I wouldn't otherwise. Yeah, it's always good to learn things, isn't it? I know what you mean. Now said, yeah, some people, it sounds a bit weird, but some people aren't really interested in learning. I'd love to learn new things. And if I have an opinion on something and someone convinced me that something that I'm wrong on it, I can change my opinion and learn new things. And, and Linium said, did you check out Eric's test cutting? Yes, I did. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to comment though because I watched it last night just I went to bed. him cutting the paper vertically, wasn't it, standing it up. He's making my products look badass. Plus, it was pissing down here in London all day. Yeah, I did see them. I'll have to watch the others. There's some on there I haven't watched yet, though, but I did watch all of his, most of the ones last night, but I didn't comment. Don said, I'm going to the best music shop in Ireland tomorrow. Recommend anything, Mike. Check out anything by the Smiths. That's all I'd say. Yeah, the Smiths. I love a bit of the Smiths, I'll tell you. Dump Sarbo said it's the humidity I hate. Iron Man said, Mike, smile for 10 seconds. Taking pictures of me now. I'm counting. There you go. I think that's 10 seconds. Make me look like a fucking nutter. Now, Linium said he's just done a bunch more. Just now cutting all types of things. I'll have a look at that in a minute. Make me look like a freak show. I'm watching it back, Iron Man. John said, I did see a bit of that. I didn't say he's jerking off, he needed to finish. Well, they are just accommodated you there, Iron Man. I hope that was satisfactory for you. Smokes don't count. That's all you're getting. Marcus said, Johnny Marr did some lecturing while my son was at university. Now, I bet that was interesting. I've never listened to any of his music himself. That's the guitarist for the Smiths, wasn't it? Also the writer, wasn't he? I was trying to think what else, John. Straight, like, I can't think of anything unusual. Let me think. I'm not into a lot of music a lot of people wouldn't heard of, you know what I mean? What about some Ennio Morricone stuff? Weapons and stuff said he's playing at Truck this weekend, Bart said. I'm stuck at work. I'm so Bush, a scary flashback. That's the kind of smile you get from a copper just before they arrest you. Fuck's sake. Well, there ain't no worries about that from me. Unless I'm so undercover that I arrest myself. What's everyone at tomorrow? Doing anything? I will be going to a kid's birthday party, so I don't know what that'll be like. Hopefully it's somewhere cool. But I am going to get the chance to talk to one of my mates who I haven't actually seen for about 20 years, so that'll be good. Keep meaning to meet up with him, and it never happens. But his son goes to the same school as my nephew. His son will be at the party, and he's going to the party. His wife actually said to my brother's missus that he wants us to go to the party. So. Have a good day. Iron Man said, Mike, Brain Dead and Bad Taste are iconic horror movies. Yeah, I love them. You know I love them. Comedy horrors, yeah. Said he wouldn't be very good undercover cop as he tells you how not to incriminate yourself in the chat. That's it. You're working, Liam. It's meant to be raining, which means it'll be busy. Oh, yeah, because everyone will be in. I said I'm going to see the Book of Mormon. Oh no, that's a live. That's like a live thing, isn't it? Where are you watching? Nah, yeah. I was like, well, yeah, you can say if you want. And say where you're watching that. Marcus said that'd be nice to catch up. Yeah, it'd be good. It'd be good actually. Yeah, he's one of the people who used to hang around me when I used to drink all the time. So, so he knows what I was like. Yeah, he's a good bloke. Dad said, I noticed. Does anyone else think Mike's beard is starting to look like Josh Sprouse? Sadly, it'll be gone tomorrow. So, Londinium said, he's got quite a dark beard as well, hasn't he, George? Yeah, where am I? Londinium says, Saturday is my only day off. It's my only day of the week when I get time to myself. I'll spend the whole day sword training, making swords, probably invite my friends over. T2 said, my lad rang me today saying his bird is being induced next Thursday. all excited. Well pissed off. I'm going to be a granddad now. I'm officially, I'm officially old. Oh no! Congratulations, mate. John said it's hilarious, Dan. Have a good time. But yeah, Book of Mormon. That's South Park blokes. Is it one of them or both of them? I'd probably like that because I do like them a lot. I said you should have the big sideburns like Bill Sykes and Oliver, classic Oliver Reed. Yeah, they do get like that occasionally, but I don't know. Occasionally they do. Marcus, I get that. I'm snoring. Well, now that I've lost a bit of weight and got but fucking 6 pillows, it's not so bad. But yeah, I used to wake up from my own fucking snoring. This is the last time I had a haircut was 2004. I'm Matt Hurd. Mike, please do another Christmas stream. Last one was epic. Yeah, I definitely will. I'll definitely do another Christmas one. That was a cheers, and yeah, Matt and Trey and the bloke who does Avenue Q. What's the newest season of South Park out? Enter the Weapons of I hate that bloody film. The only good bit was when Nancy got murdered. Oh, Oliver. Spoilers. Yeah, too soon. Too soon. No, I got to love a bit of Oliver Reed though. He was a proper decent character. He was, just in himself being a sort of mad alcoholic. I'm sorry, but it's a Jorg. That's a great catchphrase for Flasher. Let me show you its features. That's weird. They was on about Flashers today on the radio. They also said the season with the Red Dead Redemption 2, but so there's no more of that then. I thought it had been long enough that they would have had some more on. All right. So yeah, not thought there has been a new one since then. Yeah, so I am up to date then. Although there are a couple before then I've not seen. I've seen all of that season, but maybe the one or one before that I've not seen it all yet. Mark, teacher to the mark. I'm not happy. She's trapped him and latched onto a younger lad whilst going through her divorce to a wife beater. All he saw was sex. And Liam said, no, I'll never get my haircut again. I'm back in September, so not long then. I thought it had been a while. No, I don't blame you, Londonian. I've never had long hair, but I don't like it. Even like 50, like fucking 50mm is too much for me. Can't stand it. But one of my brothers has had hair as long as you, and I think my dad did when he was in his early 20s. There's pictures of him with long hair. Iron Man said, "What came first, chicken or the egg?" The egg. Was I reckon a lizard laid an egg and a chicken came out. Now dinosaur, dinosaur. But over a long period of time. I'm joking about that, but that is technically, I reckon, what would happen. Dinosaur would be laying eggs, then it would have evolved into chickens, wouldn't it? Because and birds supposed to be evolved from dinosaurs. He does love to come out with these strange old questions, don't he? Dad said, London, I haven't had a haircut for 5-6 years because he's bald. I usually going to say, I reckon. Trying to know the cock. I don't know if you are bald, so Dad, so sorry about that. If I I've always been interested in not interested, but the concept of having long hair but bald head on top. Do you have to shave that bit? Or is it just bald? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm talking bollocks now. Right, I'm 1 minute over, so if anyone wants to get in a comment quickly or something or anything. Zed said, no, I'm not, but I couldn't imagine you with long hair, Zed. But then I literally have no idea what you look like anyway, so do I? I don't think so, do I? So I take that back, Zed. Sorry for saying you was bald. We're jumping to conclusions there. I thought you was telling a joke. Jumble Sour Boo said, like in life. I reckon the cockle came first. That's another epic stream, Mike. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. So yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. I'll try and get on time tomorrow, 9 to 11, but I might do another late one at 11:30. Yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. That's been a really good stream, actually. Time flew by. David, cheers for watching, mate. John, Liam, everyone now. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. I'll tell you how I can tell it's a good one, because I don't think I looked at the time until it was like 10:30. So an hour and a half had gone by without me even noticing it. Cheers for watching, everyone. I hope you have good evenings and a good day tomorrow. And I will be on about 9-ish. All right. Thank you for watching, everyone. See you later. Good night.